as I was sitting there, I was trying to take stock of what I was about to do. This was my last gasp. People I don't know, people that don't know me, and the only thing that I had was that my family and I had lived here all my life. And all I want to do is stay here for the rest of my life. My family has been in this wonderful community of the Bayview in San Francisco since November 1963. But people don't know that we're here. I've stood at 3rd and Paloux, which is 3 blocks away from here, when the bicycle race is, they shut down the streets, waiting for the light to change, and there's 2 bicyclists there. Their conversation was, "Are we still in San Francisco?" You're damn right you are. Not only are you in San Francisco, you're about to drive by an opera house that was built in the 1800s. The naval shipyards. We service the city. The Bayview had the highest home ownership rate in the city for decades. This is a community. This is a proud community. Male, female, elderly, younger. You have a blessed day. That's the Bayview greeting. The short story is I've been in recovery for approximately a little over 7 years. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I found AA in 2016. And since then, I had a lot of damage that I had, wreckage that I had done prior to me getting sober and getting into a program and cleaning my act up and catching up, getting out of bankruptcy. As I was getting through catching up with my bills, 4 years later, in short, we had the pandemic, and forbearance was offered. I got into the forbearance program, which is a freezing of our mortgages and our loans. And I took it as an opportunity to begin to pay off all my bad credit card loans and catch up. What I didn't know, I didn't understand that at the end of the pandemic, I thought I was just going to be able to get back online with the loans, catch up with the loans, because I had caught up with my other bills. It was part of my fixing my wreckage. I thought this was a blessing. It turned out to be a curse. What happened was the bank, as per their practice, they wanted it now. They wanted it immediately, and I did not have the funds to catch up. I did not have the funds to get back online. It wasn't quite in foreclosure, but it was going to be taken away from us. The packet was actually 70 pages. I would begin my day every Tuesday, my day off, by calling the bank at 5:30 because they're on Central Time. And I would spend the morning back and forth with them. I tried to renegotiate them for approximately a solid year, and it wasn't working. So I would dutifully get on the phone at 5:30 because they're at Central Time. Then I would come here, a place called the Good Life Grocery, on my day off, and the office folks were patiently guiding me through the paperwork to make sure that my copies were correct and making sure that I was sane. During that time, someone had recommended a gentleman named Greg Pennington. He was referred to me as a advocate, and I discovered that the organization is actually 14 or so doors away from where I live. And for the very first phone call, he got certain specifics from me about the loan, but the voice that he has and his tone saying you're not going to lose your house, I didn't believe him. It just wasn't that easy. I had to not be so fearful and trust, because he was the last person I could trust. I knew no one, everybody was talking and saying that this was going to happen, the lawyer was going to help me, and there was nothing. The sale was coming within 60 days. We scheduled a phone meeting, a three-way phone call for approximately July the 27th, and I had arranged it for, I'm a cashier, I'm a grocer by trade, I'm a cashier by trade. I arranged it with the wonderful people that I work with that I have to take this phone call, I have to step away. And they saw my crazy tortured face, came in to make these copies to send to the bank every Tuesday. Says, you need to take the phone call. The phone call came, and this was the beginning of the start of it being finished. Greg gets on the phone with me and he asked me, do I have permission to speak for Alejandro Versosa, to the lady that answered the phone from the bank? Alejandro, yes, we're not going to need you anymore. The one thing I remember Greg saying to her was that this was going to be resolved within a matter of a week. Then I believed him. Then I believed him. SFHDC doesn't offer hope, they are hope. Up until 7 years, 10 months ago, I was not a father. I wasn't present. I wasn't present for most of their lives. And now I get the gift of being a father, hearing their voices, them asking me for something. And I have the chance for the rest of my life to make amends. And if amends means being present for them, this is being present for them. I can't mess this up. I won the lotto, but not just that. It put me back on path on my life. And it also didn't make me lose myself again. I couldn't tell you where I probably would have ended up. I think you know. I might have fallen back in my addiction, which is what we do because we lose hope. I'm thriving in that I have the opportunity, I have the chance to pay my bills. And that's where SFHDC got me back on the track. I was off the rails. If I'm gifted this, it's not just about me, it's about other people. And there's other people here, generations here, that need to stay here. SFHDC will give you purpose again. They give you back life.